Beach Retreat is just fantastic. We've got to get into this new normal, and we've gotten into the normal, and we're not used to it.
But we're surviving and not thriving, and this helps us learn to thrive again.
Father God, they are a blessing to our wounded, ill, and injured, especially those who are combat wounded.
And there's been a lot of people just stop and look, and they wave. We've even had several people salute us.
Father, bless each and every person. Lord, keep them safe. And Father, get us to our destination. Father, thank you right now.
Well, this week has been quite an amazing event. The retreat, the Warrior Beach Retreat, Philip and Linda Cope brought us up here for an entire 7 days.
We're down here because my husband came back in 2010 from Iraq, and he was all messed up. And now we're just healing.
And I'll be honest with you, it's really emphasized how much we need this, but how much we need to continue to do this because we're so stuck in our world. And
it's been quite a revelation as far as the community as well. The community has just come together so much for all of us, and I'm just overwhelmed, very humbled. It's just thoroughly amazing.
Linda Cope, she and other people organized a great week right here in Panama City, Florida.
Like she said, I came back messed up and pretty much had a messed up marriage until we came down here, and we pretty much been working on it and actually had a good go this time.
It has been a blessing.
Almost seemed not real.
Yeah.
Kind of
really
wake up
does.
in the morning and you're like, are we really here? Are we
I
really
know,
here
you look
for
out
like...
the windows and you see the beach, and it's like,
Yeah.
oof.
movie?
We went and saw a movie.
Yay, that's
Gotten to eat a lot. I went deep sea fishing yesterday. She was spending a whole day at the spa.
And that's fun.
And I tried to convince her to do deep sea fishing, but she wasn't gonna pass up a whole entire day at the spa.
We went on the fishing trip. We had a lot of fun doing that. She didn't go to the spa. She kind of like my tomboy, kind of like my little best friend, and she goes out. She caught some fish yesterday, and
Yeah, the deep sea fishing, we went out on the Jubilee. The captain took us out, and it was very entertaining, very stress-free, just great fellowship.
I feel honored every time I'm with my son, no doubt. This has to be one of the first times that there are events geared especially towards the caregiver or the spouse, rather than so the veteran does something and then you're just along for the ride. I've had 2 events so far that Brian wasn't even involved in, and it was just around ladies and talking and having fun and very, very relaxing.
I mean, it's surprising. We've been going up and down all week, and there's been a lot of people just stop and look, and they wave. We've even had several people salute us.
Oh, yeah.
That you know, we're not locals, and who are we to come into a community and be consumers of their graciousness?
Through like the condo owners and everyone here who donated their time and everything else to use, it's just made it a blessing. It really has opened the eyes to everything that's going on and given us the ability to kind of reset.
To come into another area where you don't know anybody, but they still pour out. Like I ran on the beach this morning and a dude was giving me a high five. You know, he stood up and gave me a high five, and you can just see really how the community pours into this organization.
This retreat, and Linda, she's so good at recognizing the caregivers, and with the day that we were given, with the breakfast at the hotel, and the time that we were able to all spend together sharing stories, relaxing, and getting treatments that we didn't have to pay for, because most people can't do that in our lifestyle. And so the caregivers were well taken care of all day yesterday. One whole day was designated for caregivers.
Just that we're thankful for, you know, we're amazed by everything she's done.
I love what she does. I love the people that she gets surrounded by, the people that she gets to pour into, and I love her. This is a ministry, you know. It honors God. Sorry.
Linda and Philip and Jonathan are an amazing blessing that happened to our family.
Just you saying that, I get emotional.
Yeah.
She gets to minister. She gets to be ministered to, because I know that this would minister to my heart, you know, being able to do things like this.
To be honest with you, she's just like my own mother. I mean, I don't really know her very well, but she has a son that went to war, and then he did his time and duty, and his sacrifice. You know, obviously, what I'm visualizing my mother's experience, she's going through the same thing my mother. You know, so to have a son going through the same thing as I am, and then giving all of her time to veterans who she doesn't even know, and worried about their home and stay over her own sons. I mean, well, she's worried about her son and everyone else's stay. I mean, that's a busy woman right there.
It helps in the healing. It helps in the healing process of trying to get back into our new normal. And that's one of the things that they taught us in therapy, you know, is we've got to get into this new normal, and we've gotten into the normal and we're not used to it.
But we're surviving and not thriving, and this helps us learn to thrive again, learn to dream again, learn to see that there's more to what we're going through.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's so
Absolutely.
Exactly right.
And the best part about it is a non-clinical environment. It's a bunch of Joes hanging out. You know, we were having breakfast with their wives up here and having lunch and just talking it over with the doctor.
There's a reason why there's no kids, because we got to get back to this. If we can get this fixed, then our kids are going to be okay.
We came together not knowing each other, and a few days into it, you just become everybody's family. Nobody's alone. You don't feel alone anymore. You know that everybody here is going through the same things.
We're used to hanging out with the guys all the time, so a retreat like this, we're getting back with the guys, and we don't have to worry about mom or wife or whoever you brought with you. You know, they can do their thing and they can get away from us, get out of their head, get out of our head, and we're with the guys again.
For one, money's always good. Donations are great, but it shows something, it shows a commitment to volunteer.
Because the vets need it bad, real bad. Because they're going through stuff that the civilians out there don't understand at all. To my definition, the heroes are the ones that didn't come back. Those are my heroes.
Do I? No, I don't. I still have my right arm, I can still fight. And until I'm in a box, then I'm the hero.
I just did my job.
Well, they did their job.
I know that, but I don't, it's perception. It's your own self-perception. And that's what it's about for me, and being in the service and continuing to serve the best way that I can, is that you don't do it for you. You do it for your brother to your left, to your right. And you do it for your family, your friends. You do it for all Americans. And not everybody understands that or sees that this way. And this community, this core right here in this community, see it that way.
The wars are going to come and go, and we'll be in conflicts from here until the day we all die. But our service members that fought in those conflicts are always going to be wounded.